Brought to you by Howden, and this is the lineup for the Tab Empire Rose Stakes. Got some fan favourites in amongst that field, Gator.
Yeah, look, it's a fascinating race, but I think Ali summed it up well.
I mean, the way he's going.
Pride of Jenny at the top of the market somewhat, but they're the ones at the top of the tree. They're proven, against proper Group 1 weight for age horses. So, the others that are up and coming need to take the mantle off those girls.
Well, when we talk about fan favourites, as we head to the mounting yard ahead of the third Group 1 here today, Pride of Jenny always catches the eye and very early in the race.
And that's exactly what she is, and it's been a great training performance too, because this time last year we thought that we might have lost her to retirement, and instead she's back here and with us today, and she had that run in Sydney in the King Charles, and we know exactly what she'll do, Cheska.
Yes, we do. Even I know from the other side of the world that this horse likes to go out in front and play a game of catch me if you can, and it's been successful so many times. Both her and Fangirl, who we're going to have a look at in a minute, have won over $10 million in prize money. An absolute star. She's an 8-year-old now, and she's likely to get a soft lead, which could be the key here. She looks in fantastic form in the mounting yard.
And Fangirl just about to arrive in the mounting yard, but we'll jump to a Bounding, who's had a great prep.
Yeah, look, she's been unlucky. You can argue strongly she may well have won all 4 of her runs this campaign. Her latest was a win. She had clear running and ran over Splashback, key rivals here. The 1600 is an unknown, but no reason to doubt her.
Well, Fangirl's in there, Francesca, and are you a fan?
Yeah, well, another absolutely brilliant mare that we get to see in action. Going to be interesting, like Ali says. Are we going to see a changing of the guard? Because she herself is a 7-year-old, and I'm told she hasn't been going quite as well this prep, which is why a few people are favouring Pride of Jenny. Physically, she's quite long, she's quite lean, she's very relaxed in the mounting yard. If I had to pick between her and Pride of Jenny on what I'm seeing, I would go with Pride of Jenny.
Michelle, it's been a pretty frustrating campaign so far for Damask.
Yeah, she was pretty unlucky last time, and sometimes a mare, when they have an unlucky run like that, they come out and really bounce off it. She looks really well here. I was just having a quick look at Francesca's top 2 there, 1 and 2. She's probably looks a notch below them when you look at them in the mounting yard, but other than that, she parades really well.
Ali Benjil, second up after a third placing at Caulfield.
You have to give her a chance at the odds here as well, and we talk about somewhat a changing of the guard and the next generation that we're looking at. She ran in a Queensland Oaks last preparation behind Yu Wang, and she's come back in lovely order. She actually ran behind Treasure of the Moment. She was second in a Vinery Stud Stakes at Group 1 at Rosehill back over last preparation, so she's certainly got the form.
All right, the next one for you, Like a Lucy, tick. Chris Waller, tick. Mark Zara, tick. All the boxes right there.
I can't look past her, can I? All I can hope is that Mark Zara hasn't used up all his luck. I think the one-eyed blinker will certainly help her, and she could be sitting close enough to Pride of Jenny to just pinch her leg.
And there he is, 4 straight, can it be 5? Quite remarkable, the form of the superstar jockey that is Mark Zara. Michelle Lazura, and 2 wins this prep.
Yeah, she's a real cruisy filly, this horse. Look at her just walk around the mounting yard. She's got a really long gait on her. She looks really well. I'd say some look better than her, but I can't fault her otherwise.
The 8 is Firestorm Gator, and it's been tough going of late.
Yeah, look, she ran on okay last time in a strong race. The winner of that, Steffi Magnetica, would be highly in the market here, but I think she's a better Sydney horse.
4 runners for Chris Waller in this, the third of the Group 1s. Splashback in very good touch, including a win with Jordan Childs aboard recently, Francesca.
Yeah, 2 starts ago, that was at Moonee Valley. She's got a great winning strike rate, having won 7 of her 17. I just thought if you liked a bounding in this race, you could really bring Splashback in at a much bigger price. She's very pretty as an individual. She's got her ears pricked, really looking bright in the eye and in the coat.
Idle Flyer and Gator, the form line reads pretty well.
Yeah, it does. She's a good mare, this. She sat wide all the way last time and still thrashed and ran faster time than Fangirl and Pride of Jenny on the day. She's got to come up to weight for age. That's a challenge, but I think she can measure up here.
And Michelle, you've got your eyes on Idle Flyer.
Yeah, she looks really well. She's got a good spring in her step. She's a horse that wears earmuffs in the race, so she's a horse that needs to be contained, and she just looks in perfect order here today.
And the last of the runners, Ali, on display.
she's certainly got a big task ahead of her, but she's had some unlucky runs this preparation, hasn't she? You could almost forgive her for all of those. So she's got a harder task, but not out of it.
All right, there's your field for the Tab Empire Rose Stakes over 1,600 metres. Jared, a Tab market update, please.
Well, the top four all been really well supported here in the market. At one stage, it was $4.60 each of three. Interestingly, on Wednesday, Fangirl was certainly favoured at $3.20. She's starting to get out the gate, out to $5.50 on the fourth line. Idle Flyer's the one they're coming for here late, $4.60 into $4.20. Like a Lucy, well, she was $6.50 on Wednesday. There she's at $4.40. Pride of Jenny's actually best backed overall. Best backed to the rest is Damask Rose, and there's good place money for Benadryl. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website. So Like a Lucy for Ali and Idle Flyer. Back late here for Gator.
Thank you very much, Jared. Back to you shortly for our Tab market mover right now, though. Back to the Mounting Yard for your pick, Francesca.
I'm going to go with number 1, Pride of Jenny, but I got to say a bit of a negative is number 6, Like a Lucy for me.
Okay.
Not filling me with confidence, Jessica.
Alex shaking her head. Well, can Mark Zara make history here? We haven't seen a jockey win 5 races on Derby Day, let alone 5 on the trot, and that would be 3 Group 1s included. Stay with us in just moments. It's the running of what will be a brilliant race, the Tab Empire Rose Stakes over the mile.
Children of the sky. You know.
Mentoray.
Impacts, and only 1 in 5 people who would benefit from using hearing aids do something about it. So why wait? We're here to help. Country Hearing Care.
Welcome back. Houghton Victoria Derby Day, and our final Group 1 just moments away, and does history as well. Mark Zara has been in sensational form today. 4 straight wins, winning the last 2 Group 1s, and he's chasing victory aboard today. Like a Lucy, trained by Chris Waller. As we have a look there, down behind the barriers, they are covering 1,600 metres here today, and Billy's right amongst it.
Thanks, James. We could witness history here this afternoon. No jockey has ever won 5 races here on Derby Day. And if Mark Zara wins this one, he'll become the first jockey to win 5 races on Derby Day. And he's every chance. I think the barrier 3 on Like a Lucy, and like the Derby start, it's only a short straight until that first sweeping turn here at Flemington. So Like a Lucy, every chance, and if he does, Mark Zara will break history.
Something special, isn't it, that we're witnessing so early in the Cup Carnival? And you couldn't ask for better conditions to kick it all off here at Flemington today. Jared, a Tab market mover.
It's an incredible move, really. Idle Flyer, $7 it traded earlier in the week, $6.50 this morning, is now $3.60 in favourite.
Thank you, Jared. Our Tab market mover, Michelle, from a jockey's perspective, Mark Zara, with knowing what history is at stake for him right now, and I imagine he would know, considering how much this carnival means to jockeys. What's going through his mind?
To be honest, you're just that happy. You don't even, it is going through your mind. You're doing your job, you're focused. Honestly, I think you'd have to be pretty special to get this horse home. I think the top 2 are very hard to beat. But like, you know, when a jockey's in form, it's very hard to stop.
Well, Matt Hill is ready and rearing to go. What a day he's had too with the calls. It's the Tab Empire Rose Stakes.
The field is set. Third of the Group 1s. They're ready. Goes close back and they're racing an Idle Flyer and a bounding beat them out. Like a Lucy, not too far off those. And there's Pride of Jenny as she does. Takes about 100 metres to get into her work, but off she goes. And Pride of Jenny led Idle Flyer on display of bounding, followed by Like a Lucy, Benazil. Back in the field is Fangirl. And then came along the inside, settling Firestorm towards the back to Mask Rose, splash back, and at the tail of the field, Lazura. So the leader is Pride of Jenny, as she loves to do towards the 1,000 marker, leading out by 4 or 5. Idle Flyer Flyer second, third Abounding, a length and a quarter on display. A length Benadryl, a length Like a Lucy. Three further back is Fangirl, then Firestorm, Damask Rose, Splashback, and last of all Lazura. So through halfway, 800 metres to go, and Pride of Jenny has extended. She's about 9 or 10 lengths in front, approaching the corner. From Idle Flyer second, third Abounding, then on display Benadryl, Like a Lucy is 16 at least off the lead. Back behind those horses, Fangirl, followed by Firestorm, Damask Rose, Splashback, and Lazura. So Pride of Jenny looking to be the first multiple winner of the Empire Rose at the 400 metres. She's 8 lengths, 9 lengths in front of Like a Lucy on display. Abounding, battling on Benadryl and Fangirl. Pride of Jenny, 200 metres to go. She's getting a little bit weary, but she's still 6 or 7 lengths in front of Like a Lucy. Pride of Jenny, stand up and cheer. This is going to be a famous win, a multiple winner of the Empire Rose. Pride of Jenny, you are a beauty. Like a Lucy will run second. On display in a photo for third with Fangirl or Lazura, Firestorm behind them. Splashback, Benadryl, Damask Rose, Abounding, and Idle Flyer. What a horse she is.
Well, there's the Pride of Jenny we know and love, and starting with a flurry and finishing it off, and simply brilliant with Declan Bates aboard today. Kieran Maher, well, having a day as well here as what was. Honestly, Francesca, when we see this each and every time, and on a stage like this, to do it again, remarkable.
I love these tactics, absolutely love it. It's like putting a gap on the field and seeing if they can catch. And it's such a skill from a jockey, because you've got to go within your horse, not ask her too much, and just have enough left to fend them off late. Start, that was her 12th win. She gives her absolute all. Wouldn't you love to own a horse like this? What an absolute star.
And an incredible training performance as well from Kieran Maher. To have her here in such fantastic order. She's had to travel up to Sydney, travel back. She's had a couple of hard runs. It is a full credit to the team and the men.
All right, let's head to Billy, who's with Declan.
Yeah, I'm with Declan Bates. Jenny does what Jenny does.
She's amazing, and you know, she cantered around to the gate so relaxed, which is after 100 meters in the race, I knew we were winning. She floated to the top nicely and just kept extending every time I asked, and I just knew I don't think there's anything here can run us down. And yeah, she did get tired late, but the job was done, and she's just an absolute warrior of a horse.
Have you ever heard of the term?
Doesn't let her. She's you can do things on her that you just cannot do with other horses. Her ability to just sustain a gallop is freakish, and for her to keep coming back and do it year after year, she's such a credit to everyone involved with her. Kieran, it's just such an amazing job to keep getting her back, and Tony and Lynn, wonderful owners who absolutely adore her. It's just to be a part of this horse is, you know, it's been amazing.
I'll let you go and enjoy it with connections. Well done.
Thank you.
Tony.
Mar here at the moment. Kieran, unbelievable. I mean, seriously, how could words possibly describe that girl and your emotions at the moment?
Ecstatic and appreciative, respectful. Just an amazing horse. Just to continually do what she does. She never ceases to amaze me. Can't thank my team, Deck, it's a beautiful guy. Fucking rides it fantastic. Tony, fair play to him. I know he got a lot of stick for not retiring and racing on, and the mare's happy, she's sound and doing what she loves. Nothing better like winning a Group 1.
Mate, I know you want to hear this. Let's have a listen to the reception when she comes back into the mounting yard, because we spoke earlier about, you know, Warney being the people's horse, but what about this girl? This is going to be something else, isn't it? Let's lap this up, you in particular, Kieran.
I know, I'm going to go and give her a pat and a hug and slap Deck on the back. So
go for it, mate. Go for it.
That's great. pleasure and the emotion there, and rightly so. You can say what you want when you won the Tab Empire Rose Stakes, and that's exactly what he's done. Just such a joy to watch, Kato.
Yeah, just echoes of some of the greats of the Australian turf in that win. You know, you think of the might and powers of the Vo Rogues who can do it all themselves from the front and sustain speed. That's a great athlete. You have to be a great athlete to be able to do that and sustain that speed. Yeah, she was well handled, but that's her. They know her strengths, and her best strength is high cruising speed, running along and running time from the front. And if you're running that sort of time from the front, 134 and change, you're going to win a lot of races, and that's exactly what she's done.
And TJ was right too, Ali, about the crowd here. I reckon a few might have had something on Friday, Jenny.
Couldn't agree more, but she's doing what she loves, isn't she? So I'm so pleased that we get to continue to see her race, because she loves what she does, and it's a credit to the team, as I said, but it's all about her welfare and how much she's enjoying her racing, and it's clear that she is.
Could we see her again this week, next Saturday?
Possibly.
Look out.
Yeah.
There'll be some tired legs there, but either way, brilliant. As Billy said, Jenny did what Jenny does.
Before the fanfare, before the fashion, before the race that stops a nation, the journey to the cup begins in the dark. Champions are crowned here at Flemington, but they're created in stables all over the world. In the quiet hours, long before the sun cracks the horizon, there's a love that runs deep in blood and bone. Those who work hardest in the shadows shine brightest in the spotlight. This isn't just a job. For the families of Australian racing, this is a legacy, a life's work.
And Belldale Ball wins the Melbourne Cup, and Jones going to win the Melbourne Cup, and Fiorenday won the Melbourne Cup again.
They chase the same dream that's passed through the generations.
The champion becomes a legend.
For Anthony and Sam Freeman, the Melbourne Cup tradition continues.
To win on the first Tuesday in November, it's a connection that time cannot break.
We've now seen a female jockey win the Melbourne Cup.
This is a story told over more than 160 years. It's the hope that beats in the chest of every trainer, jockey and owner. It's a 3-minute journey that unites the nation, coming together to witness a moment of pure, blinding history.
Zima about a neck in front, line fingers picking him back.
It's the race that carves a new line in our sporting landscape, delivering moments that define generations.
Golden flag will win the cup. Media puzzle. Damien and David have done it. Bart has won the Melbourne Cup for the 12th time.
Very elegant wins, the greatest of them all.
And it is proof that with heart and courage, anyone from any town can dare to dream and be remembered forever.
Wow. Well, there it is. We're heading up to the last race on Howden Victoria Derby Day, and then all eyes turns to the most famous race in Australia and one of the most famous in the world, the 10th anniversary of Michelle Payne winning it with Prince of Penzance and becoming the first female jockey and only female jockey to this stage to have done so. You've got the chance to come here on Tuesday and watch history be made again. And by the way, it has just been the most spectacular day. I don't know if you can have a better day at the races as this, but we're going to build into it. And then, of course, we've got Crown Oaks Day, Michelle. And then we've got the Champions Stakes for the Tab on Saturday. And that is building into everything at the moment. The biggest name horses in Australia all coming together. It's magnificent. Happy 10th birthday.
Thank you so much, and what a start to the carnival. Couldn't have been any better. The weather here is unbelievable.
Hey, you look magnificent today. Can I just quickly ask you, before we talk about Mark Zahra, your nephew Tom, we spoke to, Tom Preble, over $100,000 been raised so far, and we want more to do so. How's the family feeling around his tragic circumstances?
We're just praying, Eddie. We've been praying every day since his fall. There's still hope. It's 7 weeks in, as you said. His spinal cord's not completely damaged through, so we just pray. He's doing really well. He's very strong-minded, but it's just really hard for him to take.
It's hard. All right, let's get back to the sports, okay? Because that's what you jockeys do. You just come through these hardships all the time and lift and lift. Also, but what a just a in the Melbourne Cup. When you're just matching everything up, it's the skill and everything happening, isn't it?
I think everything just seems to happen for you when you're in form. You go out there, you jump out of the barriers, you're just not thinking of anything but positive thoughts. You flow into the race, things just open up for you. To be honest, here we are crossing the line on Fritz Penzance. That was just the greatest day of my life.
Oh, was it ever? And for a lot of other people as well, I can tell you. And, well, we're going to have a great day on Tuesday. We're looking forward to seeing your brother and his new girl, and you've got somebody you're swinging hands with as well. So it's going to be a big day for you. The Paps are going to be all over you.
It's a big day to hard launch, but what other better way to do it?
Hey, what about this Pride of Jenny? Wasn't that not only a ride, but just a scintillating run to win the Empire Rose Stakes, the Tab Empire Rose?
Unbelievable, Eddie. To see a horse that splits the field up like that is so great for racing, so exciting. Everybody loves a champion. She looked outstanding here today in the yard. Terrific training effort by Kieran Murray and his team. And Declan Bates, he's not a jockey that's, one of the best, but he comes out here and he rides Pride of Jenny outstanding.
And Pride of Jenny becomes the first horse in 35 years to win the same Group 1 race on Derby Day, also winning this race in 2023. Poor old, have to feel for Mark Zara, only finished second in that one. So 4 on a trot and then a second for Mark Zara on Like a Lucy on display. Third, Fangirl for Chris Waller. There you can see having second and fourth, but Fangirl in fourth position. Wow. It has just been a spectacular day, hasn't it?
It really has. It couldn't have been a better setup to the week. If we could have this weather every day, we'd be happy, Eddie. I'm not sure we've got quite the weather on Tuesday, but I think it really makes an exciting Melbourne Cup day. There's rain predicted, rain coming on Monday, rain on Tuesday. It really gives every horse in the race a chance and throws it out there.
Fingers crossed. The way I want it to pan out, okay, is that we get the rain all on Monday, and I think we're going to get biblical proportion rain. And that'll be big for the international horses, of course, for a lot of them. And then we'll fine up. We'll have a great day, and then away we go for the last two after that. So,
Sounds good to me, Eddie.
That's what we'll do. It's your 10th birthday.